when it comes to a groove, whether you're swinging or you're playing something really funky, like how much would you say that a player's ability to groove is like a natural thing or something that they learn, and how much of it would you say is like subjective versus objective?
Well, for a lot of us, it's natural because I mean, it was natural for me. I'm not saying I just came out as a 4-year-old grooving my butt off. No, but when you heard Basie live, my dad would take me to hear Louis Armstrong, Louis Prima, Count Basie, Duke Ellington, Jane Krupa, whoever they. But this is before I got into bebop, and but this is a small. So the sound of the bass and the drums rocking the floor and making everybody feel it. That was the whole meat and potatoes. I mean, I didn't even think about the chops or the solos. It was great. You'd be like, oh man, that guy's great. But really, you go to hear Sonny Payne, and what you're hearing is that floor is shaking with groove, man, shuffles and swing, and you're like, damn. Same with Ray Charles. You're listening to those records when you're a kid. It's the groove that gets you. We didn't even call it a groove. We didn't call it anything. It just blew our minds. You know what I mean? And that's so if you don't have that type of feeling naturally, and even if you do, even if you're, or let's say that rather than that, if you're drawn to that type of feeling, that the funk and the grease and the blues really rattles your soul in a deep place, even then you got to work on it, man. You
Yeah.
know what? You got to hone it down and get it sitting right, and not to the degree where it's neurotic, but to the degree where it feels good. You know,
Yeah.
and because you want to, as a drummer, you want to encourage the band. You don't want to lay down the law so heavy. It's like, hey man, I know where it's at. I don't do that. I try to play from a point of encouragement to make people feel as good about this stuff as I do, if possible. And so it took a lot of work too. I mean, I kind of had it natural. I could strike those grooves without knowing how, kind of as a child, but then I got better at it, like you do anything.